Let me begin by summarizing, ladies and gentlemen, for you what the broad story out of the exit polls shows. The numbers may appear to be close, and let me emphasize the word appear to be close, but the main point, the critical point, and the only point to note today is that every exit poll is showing the BJP ahead. It may vary. Some are showing the BJP ahead by a whisker. Some are showing the BJP substantially ahead. But if you look at the poll of polls, for example, the poll of polls shows the BJP substantially ahead. And I'm only taking right now the poll of polls including PMark and Matriz. Ladies and gentlemen, there are others also which I want to show on the screen. There is Chanakya Strategies, for example, which shows a substantially ahead number. There is People's Pulse, which is showing a huge victory for the BJP, which nobody can rule out right now because elections overall, especially elections in Delhi, have been more or less one way. Even if I were to take Chanakya Strategies out, I was to take People's Pulse out, even then the BJP would be substantially in a poll of polls number, be well ahead of the Aam Aadmi Party. So you may ask what's happened. You may ask, obviously, can we go by the polls? Exit polls have been wrong in the past. True, exit polls have been wrong in the past. But there has been no occasion when the direction of the exit polls has not been matched in the complete result. Of course, numbers vary. Many exit polls showed the BJP substantially ahead in the Lok Sabha elections. You may say they were wrong. They were wrong to the point that the margin of the BJP's victory was less, but yet it was the BJP which formed the government in Delhi. So whenever directionally 4 or 5 exit polls are all pointing in one direction, it is rarely wrong. So have things gone wrong for Kejriwal completely? I don't want to come to the big conclusion just yet. We have 1 or 2 pollsters who've been sort of said the results they're getting are surprising, and they held their polls back after promising to share them with us, and then they held it back and they'll come out with safer numbers tomorrow. Suffice to say, ladies and gentlemen, that while some people don't want to stick their neck out, the BJP seems to be doing quite well in Delhi. A BJP victory in Delhi is a huge thing. A Kejriwal loss in Delhi will be a huge failure for him. It will have damaging impact on his national ambitions and even his own position within the party. Remember, the Aam Aadmi Party typically is among those parties whose leaders flock together when the party is in power. If out of power, the leaders pull back. And therefore, you may ask what happened. Remember, viewers, what I said a few days back when I talked about the 8% factor. I said, if the BJP, which got about 38% of the vote, polls about 46% of the vote, it's through. According to exit polls, the BJP is polling in some cases between 44 to 45%. So tantalizingly close to the number which can give them a complete victory. Also remember, viewers, that people in poll samples don't always speak up, and sample sizes also are drawn up very carefully. So eventually what happens is that the margin of victory becomes bigger for the victor. In this case, the victor is clearly the BJP. There is a high possibility that the margin of victory will be greater for them come 8th. So while battle lines are drawn in Delhi, ladies and gentlemen, the 8% factor has come into play. Now, what is the story for the Congress? Well, I don't know. They have no option. As usual, Congress, being Congress, is facing an imminent defeat. They may not even get 1 seat for the 3rd consecutive time. The party has just failed to come even within the competition. So there is something very sad about the situation of the Congress party today, but that's the story nationally. This is what the story is, and the projected seat shares that we are seeing, therefore, Matriz is saying 35 to 40, BJP forms the government, but they also are sort of hedging their bets about the Aam Aadmi Party. PMark is showing substantially ahead number for the BJP. Then you have the other 2 polls which are showing substantially ahead for the BJP. In fact, People's Pulse shows the BJP could get more than 50 out of the 70 seats in Delhi. Ladies and gentlemen, the sum total is this. There is strong anti-incumbency against Kejriwal. Somewhere, he's really no longer the people's leader that he projected himself to be 10 years back. People have lost faith in him. He's asked for yet another chance, but somewhere there's great disenchantment about Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party.